Hello again, welcome back to World Cup Spy. You join us here in South Africa outside the magnificent Greenpoint Stadium where England will arrive as masters of their own destiny this afternoon. Will Fabio Capello's men join France, Nigeria and South Africa on the World Cup critical list, or will they breathe new life into their World Cup campaign by beating Algeria right here in the Greenpoint Stadium? I think they will, and I want to hear what you think. Email us at spy@mirror.co.uk and post on YouTube. You know how to get in touch. I'll read your messages later on this afternoon right here on World Cup Spy. In the meantime, the papers. The Mail of three big stories about three big names. The first is Tottenham's Robbie Keane, the Irish striker, surplus to requirements in North London. Birmingham want him and they're prepared to pay big money to land him. He's not in Harry Redknapp's long-term plans, but Alex McLeish very keen to take him to St Andrews. It'd be a good signing for them, in my opinion. We're also hearing that the agent of the Liverpool midfielder, Javier Mascherano, he's having a good World Cup out here. He's been talking to the Inter Milan technical director, Marco Brink, over a possible move to join Rafa Benitez in Serie A. We've got some quotes here from Marco Picciolini, which have already been published in Italy. He says here, there's already been a first contact with director Marco Brink. We are evaluating the move, and in the next few days we'll have a new meeting to better establish the details of the transfer. It looks very much as though that one's going to happen. Now, we're also hearing that Arsenal are monitoring two very, very interesting players indeed. The first is the PSV winger Ibrahim Afellay. He's played for Holland out here, and Osasuna's highly rated fullback Cesar Azpilicueta, for whom they've made a fresh inquiry. The word is that Osasuna, his club, they want £12 million for him, but because they're so skint, they may accept less money so that they can get something done a lot more quickly. Now, let's quickly move on to your messages. And remember, if you're an England fan, send us your good luck messages out here in Cape Town, and we'll read them out on our show later on this afternoon. In the meantime, good luck Chuck says here, what's happening to all of the superpowers at the World Cup? Does anybody want to win the competition? It's a very good question, Chuck. But as you all know, I think England will win it, and I think they'll prove as much right here in the Greenpoint Stadium. Big Frank White says, who do you think has been the best player of the tournament so far? Well, where do I start? I know Gonzalo Higuain's got a hat-trick yesterday for Argentina against South Korea, but Lionel Messi, he's just been outstanding in both of Argentina's games so far. I also really like the Nigeria keeper, Vincent Enyema. He's pulled off some fabulous saves. Mesut Ozil of Germany, we've already talked about. He's quality, and Alexis Sanchez has been great for Chile. Just one more question, and Sky 110's asking what formation I think England should play tonight. Well, I think if they don't play the 4-2-3-1 formation that they relied on so heavily in qualifying, then I'd like to see them play 4-3-3 with Barry in front of the back four, Lampard and Gerrard in front of him, and Cole and Lennon on the wings with Rooney up front. He's managed to get 2 Player of the Year awards playing in that position, and I think he'd relish being the front man again. Now, a couple more stories from Europe for you. And Bayern Munich have warned Chelsea off making a move for their £20 million winger Bastian Schweinsteiger. Lazio are also interested in Portsmouth left-back Nadel Belhaj. He'll be playing tonight for Algeria against England. And lots of Premier League clubs are keen on the £20 million rated Germany midfielder Mesut Ozil. We talked about him earlier in the show. He's only 21, but he was fantastic against Australia. Chelsea understood to have joined Arsenal and Man City in the hunt for him. He's got just 12 months left to run on his contract, and he's refusing to sign a new one. I actually think he'd be great at Manchester United, where they need to freshen things up a bit in the midfield this summer. So Alex Ferguson on the lookout for players. Joe Cole already in his sights. Now, World Cup Spy is out here in South Africa, courtesy of our friends at Renault Vans. Good luck to England this evening. We're going to be back here before the match with an afternoon update. And bear in mind that you can get the very best reports on the game from the Mirror Football team, John Cross, Oliver Holt and Martin Lipton, on mirrorfootball.co.uk. I'll be there for a web chat right after the final whistle. And bear in mind that we're back tomorrow, yes, on Saturday morning, reflecting on tonight's match. So join us for that. I'm off to get some French toast. There'll be lots of that after last night's game between France and Mexico. I'll see you later.